shared or will share stories of how friendly, warm, and caring my mom was. My bet is that most of you here today are reliving your own personal experiences with her in the theater of your own minds, trying to fully understand what we all have lost. I'm not able to fully articulate that for you, but I wanted to share a small piece of what it was like being raised by such an amazing woman and the pain felt when she left us all too soon. When something terrible like this happens, you find yourself taking an emotional inventory, grasping on every happy memory you have like life preservers in a dark, vast sea. During my own inventory, I discovered a lot of my favorite memories with my mom featured her in high heels, pleated skirts, and silk blouses late at night. Why was that? I thought to myself. The truth is, my mom worked 12-hour days, sometimes 16-hour days due to her academic pursuits. The reality of that alone hit me like a truck. A young woman with 2 young children working extra hours to keep a family afloat while simultaneously pushing herself forward to provide a better life for us in the future. Yet, she would not take 2 minutes for herself after walking in the door to slip off her shoes or change her clothes. For her, reading me books, multiplication flashcards, and playing games was far more pressing and important. That's the type of devotion she showed my sister and me on a daily basis, a devotion I didn't fully appreciate then and can now never repay. I pictured myself traveling the world with her, going on family vacations and weekend outings like she tirelessly did with her own mother and husband. Regrettably, I planned for tomorrow, and now tomorrow can never come. Shamefully, it was only in recent years that I truly respected the selfless sacrifice my mother committed herself to when raising my sister and me. I want to share with you one of the final memories of my mom that truly cemented this respect in my mind. I began reading for my mom in the ICU because the nurses told us that the body's sense of hearing is the most resilient. And other patients had come out of deeper comas with recollections of entire conversations nearby. During one of these reading visits, there was a problem with the sedation, and as they fixed it, she awoke slightly. In hindsight, with her deteriorated condition, she was likely in extreme pain and discomfort. I held her hand and told her she was getting better, and I was so proud of her for fighting a winning battle. For the first time in weeks, she looked directly at me as her eyes began to well. The expression on her face was unforgettable, conveying one message so clearly as if it was spoken word. It was that moment I knew my mom was not fighting to get better herself, she was fighting for us. She passed less than 72 hours after that, and I learned how fragile the vessel can be, even with the strongest spirit I'd ever known. Beyond what she did for me or with me, I have to give her credit for what she made me. It's an odd thing being born part angel and part monster. Those of you who knew my father can attest he emanated such rampant toxicity that the fulcrum of my or my sister's personality could have easily shifted another way. Thankfully, my mother's endless love and infectious smile shielded us from his influence. She showed us what it is to love another, and her guidance and success in life gave us a roadmap to follow, resulting in the person you see here before you now. In this sense, I'd like to share something an acquaintance said to me recently. Well, I didn't know your mom, I do know the son she raised. She must have been truly amazing. It made me both profoundly proud to be a reflection of her, and deeply sad that I'm not half as warm, caring, selfless, or funny as she was. But I'm gonna work on that. Like many of you, the suddenness, the enormity, and the eternity of this loss has left a giant crater in my heart. In the spirit of my mother, I've made a conscious decision not to let this hole fester or swell, and begin the slow process of filling it with the aspects of her that made her such an overwhelmingly extraordinary mother, wife, friend, and person. For me, those aspects are selflessness, taking a genuine interest in every single person in your life, and an unwavering love for life's blessings. I hope you will join me in distilling what she means to you and weaving it into the fabric of your own life. For those lucky enough to have known her, it ensures her qualities that have enriched our lives so thoroughly continue to do so. More importantly, it fosters their dissemination to those unfortunate souls who are not able to personally feel her enrichments themselves. Thank you for your time, and I'm so sorry for our loss.